Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Well, we're not sitting in a room having to talk to radio DJs all day, so we're a lot better than you are.
I don't mind it. I'm having a really good day today for some reason. I'm in an abnormally good mood. So
Good. That's
Good
awesome.
for us, eh?
The first thing I said to Gregg when I heard your album was, this is so very Casey Musgraves, like merry-go-round era. And
Yeah.
I was obsessed, but I will say, I'm going to give you a recreation of what my face looked like when I heard that "and you sleep with everyone" line. I was in my car and I was like, oh my God, what? Like, I was so excited that was like, you did exactly what she made you feel like.
Yeah, that one was really fun to write. I remember so usually before I write a song, and if I'm really excited about an idea, I like tell my mom about it. And I remember before we had written it, I was calling her and I'm like, I just thought of this crazy idea. And I was like, I'm gonna write this song where like me and this guy, and I told him his name because my mom knows him. And I was like, basically like we're too different to date. Like he likes cities and I like being in Tennessee, and he likes this. And I was like, and I sleep on my side and he sleeps with everyone. And my mom's like, I don't know about that one. Like, cause like when I was explaining it to her, she was like, how is she gonna pull this off? Like, how are you gonna put that in a song? And when I came back to her with the work tape, cause I had gotten with Ben Williams and Stephen McMorrin to finish it, she was like, okay, I get it now. Okay.
That's amazing.
Give me another moment from the album on a song where you had one of those unlocking moments where you got so pumped about an idea you just had to call mom, whether it was a concept or wordplay or whatever it was.
Well, I remember, so after we wrote Why Johnny, I immediately sent it to my mom,
song.
and she said that she was, they were moving from Covington, Georgia to Savannah, Georgia, and she said she listened to it the entire time on repeat, and it was just like a work tape. So she really loved that one. Another one that I was really excited about was God Plays the Gibson, because
So
I
good.
kind of had the chorus like in my brain. Like I knew that I wanted to say he's a Georgia Bulldogs fan and he plays a Gibson and he drives a Silverado. And my mom obviously is a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan, so I had to tell her that. But I feel like all of them, that like pretty much every song on the record, like if I have the idea, like I'll call my mom. Before I wrote Kansas Anymore, I called my mom. I had just played a show at a casino with Larry Fleet in Kansas, and I was like, I have this idea that's like Wizard of Oz themed ish, and like Kansas is like when you're in love and we're not in Kansas anymore. And
Also,
then
genius thing, like hearing that line, I was like, oh my God, Kansas is love and you're not in love anymore. But hearing because I see all your clips on TikTok, right? And everything kind of just blows up one by one, and I see them pop up on my For You page. But I'm pretty sure I saw you on TikTok in like 2020 covering a Luke Combs song. Yeah. And has your life just, and like I know this is creepy, but I think I also saw a Julia, I think If the World Was Ending, and then there was a Luke Combs song, and that's the first time that I ever really saw you on my For You page. Has your life completely just blown, right from the start, like blown up since then?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I used to do before I didn't start writing songs until I was 19. I'm 25 now. And so I used to just post covers of songs that I liked. And I was kind of doing the influencer thing in college. And so that was just a part of my life that I liked sharing with people. And it was just playing country music. So it's crazy that it has gone from, and especially like you, I guess you've known that I've like been posting stuff like that since then. And in 2020 is when I moved to Nashville, and I didn't know if it was going to work when I moved here. All I knew that I was like, I'm going to try to write songs, and if they're good enough, we're going to keep pursuing this. And if I get to Nashville and for some reason I just can't write any good songs, I know that being in the music business will make me happy because I love music. So I have a marketing degree. I'll apply to be on a marketing team at a label or marketing agent or something, you know what I mean? And so it's just crazy that I was never sure that this was going to work,
I saw a video of you once. I'm such a creep. I'm sorry. But I saw a video of you doing the alphabet backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Do you pull that one out like at shows and at parties as like a trick that you do? Or is that just that one time on that red carpet?
That is a fun fact about me. Yeah. I don't like do that at parties necessarily. Nobody asks me to.
Sometimes call, but that's about it. Yeah.
I usually get asked to drunkenly sing Tennessee Orange karaoke. That's more of like what I'm asked to do at parties. But yeah, I'll bring that out whenever I have to. It's a fun autodidact. I don't know why I know how to do that or when I learned, but.
So it was interesting. You said something earlier and I wanted to expand on it. You said, I found Casey Musgraves and that was sort of the first artist I didn't find without my dad's help. So dad was obviously very influential. So who did he introduce you to that really kind of kicked some doors open in your brain of music?
Yeah, so his influence, he forced all of us to listen to his music. As a 8-year-old, I want to listen to like Flo Rida and stuff, you know what I mean? But he had James Taylor on, Eagles, Jackson Brown, Graham Parsons, like it was his music. So I remember being like maybe 8, 10 or something like that. And he had me dissect the lyrics of Desperado, And
That's
I'm
so
like
cool.
10. And or like the Doolin Dalton Desperado like medley where he's like the queen of fables or the queen of something lets you down is just an empty fable, whatever it is. My dad was like, see, and this is why this is important.
How did he react the first time he heard like the lyrics to one of your original songs?
I mean, I think it was at first it was kind of just like, oh, that's good, like it's still like at the time that I wrote my first song, which is when I was 19, I was still like, they were like, okay, congrats, you wrote one song.
Yeah.
If you actually want to do this, you need to like do more of it. So I think like the more songs that I would show them, they're like, oh wait, so this is actually good. And I think even like when I had written, like the first song that I was really proud of was Hair Salon. And even like when I wrote Hair Salon, they could see that it was a good song, but they also knew how hard it is to like make it as a country artist, like it's like, okay, you wrote, like I said before, like that's a good song, but there's a lot of other things that have to happen for it to work. So yeah, I think the more songs I turned in, they're like, okay. But they're in shock too all the time. So
he's like, that's a really good song, but have you heard this one Eagles song? Because it's where you should base your inspiration from.
You're like, Dad, how about you dissect for the next 20 minutes, sleep on my side? And then you talk. How's that? All right? We just appreciate getting the time to talk to you. Congratulations on the success. We appreciate the album. We're both massive fans, and we can't wait for you to come up to Canada and sing them all live for us.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. It was great meeting you.
Anytime.